All right, y'all. So basically, about some hours ago, there was a global live stream, and they were, talking about some features and things that they're bringing to global, and obviously just talking about the release of global as usual, right? So we're just gonna kind of go through kind of like a little TLDR of everything that's happened on that stream, at least the more important things, right? So let's get right into it. So first off, we have the friend invite feature has been implemented ahead of schedule, right? So when we started the game, we did not have this feature for like at least like a month or so, right? And then once it actually came out, then we had it and we were able to get our cues from it. So basically, you just kind of share your invite code to whoever it may be, right? And then they put it, and you just kind of just do missions. And when you complete those missions, that person will gain rewards, and you'll gain a little bit of rewards as well, stuff like that. So you can get up to 3,000 cubes doing that. So that's very nice. A little bit more summons that we can have on the release of the game. Us not having it at the release was kind of like that kind of sucked, but it's completely fine, right? Next up, we have the Phantom Parade Pass has been implemented ahead of schedule. So this is actually a very nice implementation to the game. And we also didn't have this in the beginning of the game on the JP side as well. This we got like a few months after, right? Like maybe I'm talking about like 2 or 3 months after. And then we finally got this. And I'm not gonna lie, this is it's a very nice feature because there's a lot of things that you can get from it that can help you start up, especially when you are starting the game. So when we started on the JP side, it was a little bit more difficult because we basically had to grind up everything from the dust, right? We didn't have any like boosters or things that kind of helped us get resources to get up quickly, right? To our maximum potential. So we kind of had to, slowly make our way with this. You'll kind of have a little bit of an extra boost that can help you reach the later stages in your daily farming events, right? Which then you can, proceed to actually max whoever's going to be your carry and all that. And with that, then you'll be able to actually complete content, have an easier time doing everything, right? So I'm gonna just pull up the game right here because I do have the game open, just so you can kind of get an example of what it looks like, right? So here we have the game open right now, and you're gonna see there's gonna be an icon on the bottom right. This is gonna be your parade pass feature. You're gonna open it, and there's gonna be a bunch of stuff that you could get from it. Of course, there is like a path that you can spend money on and all that, but realistically you have the feature, right? So you have your free and your paid, and you get resources from it, all sorts of things, right? It's nothing crazy. It's very minor, so you don't really have to get it if you don't want to, but you can still get some resources out of it. Like you see 200 kaiju over here, which is basically your currency. There's a bunch of resources, skill level mats, level up mats, more kaijus right here. You see as you go on, all free, so you don't really have to spend on it, right? You get tickets as well, so that you could do like this is from the premium banner. I recommend just saving all of these tickets that you get for the premium banner until they release some of the limited characters into the standard pool. So that way, when like they add like crazy OP characters like Hollow Purple Gojo and stuff like that in that pool, you'll be able to pull them with the tickets, right? So if you amass them until from now, the beginning of the game until later, you should have a ton. So you should be able to get every new unit that was limited from like a while back, right? So I recommend just saving these realistically, because there's not going to be any important characters in the beginning that you need to be pulling for that you aren't going to already pick with your reroll gacha ticket. So yeah, this is basically the parade pass feature, and then these are like your missions. So it'll be like log in once today. It's going to be like do a quest or whatever, and then the other one's going to be like do a dispatch, and then the other one's going to be like collect your resources from your like there's like these little mini guys that just kind of walk around, and they kind of get you resources and materials, and you just claim from them every day. They're kind of like your idle rewards. So that's going to be like one of them. Use 200 AP, which is your stamina, stuff like that. Nothing crazy, right? So yeah, that's going to be the parade fast feature. Let's talk about the other stuff that was also on the stream. All right, so next up, we're going to have like an exclusive launch of a type of banner in the beginning of the game. When the JP side came out, we did not have this. What we did have was a limited banner for Yuji Itadori, which, I mean, at this point in stage, that kind of sucked when you kind of think about it, because I mean, he's practically just kind of like a standard character now for the global release, right? So, anyways, original Step Up Special Gacha now available. The Step Up Gacha exclusive to Global Edition is set to launch simultaneously with the game's release, and you use paid cubes to complete the 4 stages of the Special Gacha will grant you, and it's redrawable SSR guaranteed gacha ticket. So this is going to be one of those tickets that you get just like the one that they're handing out for free where you can re-roll your character, right? Because I mean, basically, it's saying redrawable is just kind of me assuming that that's exactly what this ticket's going to be. So it's also going to be a re-roll ticket. So this is essentially your second re-roll ticket. So you should have two. The one that we're going to be getting for free from like the pre-registrations, and then we're going to be getting this one as well, which is very nice. That means you're able to target who you want. Granted, of course, you do spend money. Now, in my case, I am going to be spending money, so this is going to kind of change how I'm going to be re-rolling for my characters and whatnot. But I mean, for free to play players, you're probably not going to mind like think about this too much because it's like whatever, right? Because you got to spend money. But it's going to be 100 paid, 1,500 paid, 2,000 paid, and then 3,000 paid. So roughly about 6,600 paid crystals, and then you'll be able to get four multis. On top of the four multis, you'll get a ticket to reroll. All right, so basically there is some more features that they are going to be adding. It says more convenient features are coming soon. Now, they're not really anything crazy, although one is very important. It's more of a quality of life that should have been in the game for the JP side literally at the start, but it wasn't. So it was actual cancer, right? So first up, we have the daily free cubes. So you just kind of go into your cube shop and you just claim and collect this. It's like whatever, all that good stuff. But I mean, it's nothing crazy. It's literally only 10 cubes. So it's like not a big deal. If you kind of just add it up between the whole month, it's literally just like a whole single. It's like whatever. They need to up the amount that you get from this, like maybe like 50 or something of the sort, right? Because this is just too little. It's like honestly, even some of the times I don't even feel like opening the page to actually collect the cube because it's like whatever. Next up, this is a super important feature. So in the game, we have dispatches where you're able to send out characters that you own and get rewards back from them returning from the dispatch, right? So there's like multiple of them. There's like at least like 4 different quests that you can dispatch and your teams at. And the biggest issue when the JP side released is that we didn't have the claim all feature or the dispatch all again feature. So you would have to go manually one by one to each dispatch, claim the rewards from each dispatch all the characters again one by one before you can actually do it, and you had to do that on a daily basis. It was the most like mind-numbing thing I could ever imagine in a game. So them having this at the start is very important. Quality of life. Now, I don't feel like they needed to mention this because this is like very minor. Nobody would even notice it if they had just implemented it and put it there and people just played. They would just think that this was the norm because this should be the standard for a game that has dispatches. You should be having something that lets you claim all and dispatch all that. Like, I don't even know how you bypass that without even thinking of this, right? So that's good, right? Now, I'm going to be talking about something else that they didn't even mention on the global stream, but I am hoping that they do have this implemented at the start of the game as well. And that is the gacha point system. Now, I do apologize for how blurry it is. I'm trying to get the best quality as possible, but I couldn't get it that good. So this is what we got to work with. So we're going to be talking about this. So what the gacha point system is essentially whenever you're summoning on banners, you collect points. Every multi is 10 points roughly. So you'll get plenty of points. And as you collect those points, you are able to exchange for characters on that banner, right? So like, let's say there's a Gojo banner, right? And every multi you do, you get 10 points. You would have to roughly do 25 multis to get 250 points to be able to exchange for the character, right? So that's how it works. But there's another thing to do with this new system called the gacha point system, where you are able to amass your points and then put them into the gacha point charge system. So how it functions is, so like if you have 100 points, you'll get 100 points, 50 points here, excuse me. And then if you have like 200 points, 100 points here. If you have 40 points, you get 20 points here, right? You just amassed like half of the, it's like 1 to 2 or something like that, 2 to 1, right? So you kind of have like that and you kind of amass points. And what you're able to do with these points is you charge them into this card, and with the card, you kind of just save these points over time. And when a banner comes, you're able to use those points on that specific banner, right? So let's say we already skipped past the Gojo banner and we didn't use these 100 points and we have 50 points here now, right? Now we go into let's say Todo banner, right? We got Todo now. Todo banner is out. We need 250 points to exchange for Todo, right? But we have 50 points here. Let's say we did 20 multis on Toto. We're still missing 50 points. We're able to put in these 50 points into the banner that we're summoning on, and now we'll have 250 points. So you kind of save points over time, obviously for half of the value as you turn them into Gacha point charge, and then you're able to exchange from. Do keep in mind the maximum amount that you can put into any banner is 100 points. So if you get 200 points on the Gojo banner and then you put 100 points in the Gacha charge, whatever banner that does come out, you're only able to put 100 points into it and kind of exchange for that character. So you still have to do 15 multis at least on a banner when you are trying to pity a character, right? So I'm kind of hoping that they add this system, because even though it's not the craziest system, it's still good to have. So that way your points aren't going to waste. So I'm hoping they incorporate this. I didn't see it on the global stream and nobody's really talked about it. So I figured I'd just put it out here. And this is another feature that they should be adding, especially on the global launch. That way points that you do use on any banner doesn't go to waste. But yeah, that's basically all the news that we got today. And then of course, this me just rambling on about another feature that they should have implemented, a bit nice quality of life that should be there, but I'm not entirely sure if they're gonna have it there since they didn't really mention it. But yeah, that's all the information that we got today. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the global release. Peace.